Episode 101, The Eye of Horus, Old News in a New Light. The Eye of Horus has been around for over 5,000 years, so most of us have seen it in one form or another. This video briefly covers the symbolism as it relates to the human experience. This information is so old, I'm just retelling it in modern layman terms. The widely known fractions begin with 1/64th, touch, 1/32nd, taste, 1/16th, hearing, 1/8th, thought, 1/4th, sight, 1/2, smell. Wait. What exactly do the fractions have to do with anything? Detailed history aside, the story goes, when Seth ripped out Horus's eye, he also ripped it into a bunch of pieces. Well, 6 pieces. So each of the fractions corresponds to one of the pieces of Horus's eye. Later, Thoth, commonly, is known to have been the one to put the eye back together. But instead of Horus using the eye for himself, he gave the eye to Osiris, who used it as his third eye in the underworld. Now that we're more comfortable with why the fractions are relevant, let's get back to the symbolism. All of these fractions add up to 63/64ths, making up 6 physical senses, plus 1/64th, the 7th non-physical sense. In this, we're differentiating the physical from the non-physical as, if it happens in our known physical universe, it's physical. If it happens beyond our known physical universe, it's non-physical. In total, the Eye of Horus is a symbol of our mind, body, spirit, wholeness. But how do we know? Because the Eye of Horus is also something of a brain map. Enter the hypothalamus, master relay and regulator for all automated functions, like breathing, sleeping, feeling thirsty when you need to rehydrate, etc. And as such, also connected with our emotion physiology. The brain stem, the final relay and regulator of any and all mind to body and body to mind signals and data. Our connector between mind and body and mind. The cerebellum, our master coordinator and regulator of our motor functions, what gives us the capacity to learn to do stuff, a major brain part of our muscle memory network. The metathalamus, a relay for audio and visual pathways, which, among other things, allows us to hear anything and turn our heads to locate it with our eyes. It's not unlike component cables, those yellow, white, and red-headed cables you use to connect your audio-visual between your TV and DVD. The septal region, another relay, a special membrane that doesn't just relay signals to and from. It is a major player in relaying the connections that make it possible to learn and remember, and as such, is also linked to our sense of reward and our sense of fear. The thalamus. For those who are like, wait, no, that's the pineal gland. Just hang on a second. The thalamus, our master sensory relay, except for smell, which is why it is also a part of our emotion physiology, a relay center for our emotion signals between mind and body. As you can see, we're still including the pineal gland, but due to its actual physical location and its metaphorical implication in our sensory reality, we've looped the thalamus with it and then showed more where it actually is. The pineal gland, also known as our third eye, our built-in receiver and translator of photons, aka the current light-dark cycle, and light-transmitted data, like fiber optics, but better. plus manufacturer and regulator of melatonin and DMT. If there is a muscle of the spirit soul, this little pinecone-shaped node is it. The corpus callosum, a relay center for the two sides of our brain. This is not just a logic creativity bridge. This is like an encryption key to the fragment and storage of everything in our brains, so that relevant data makes it to relevant parts of our brain and body on demand. Finally, our olfactory tract. What the metathalamus does for our vision and hearing, our olfactory tract does for our sense of smell. A relay network for the olfactory pathways. A body-mind connector. All in all, regulators and relays between mind and body, between body and mind, and between mind-body and spirit-soul. The physical and non-physical experiences of reality. The Eye of Horus. And I did say it was somewhat of a brain map. Now, let's look at the Eye of Horus superimposed on top of a brain. Well, a drawing of a brain. Enter the hypothalamus. The brain stem. More accurately, as we can see on the brain drawing, the midbrain, the pons, and the medulla oblongata before the brain stem. The cerebellum. The metathalamus. The septal region. The thalamus. The pineal gland. The corpus callosum. Finally, our olfactory tract. As you can see, very real brain bits. So, let's see the Eye of Horus on a real brain. This is a brain, a real brain, cut vertically in half, with one half set in the tray so we can look at the inside. Now let's put the Eye of Horus on this inside view of the brain. It is fairly easy to see how different versions of the eye could be made. So let's review all of those real brain bits on the real brain. Again, the hypothalamus. The brain stem. Once more accurately, the midbrain, the pons, and the medulla oblongata before the brain stem. The cerebellum. The metathalamus. The septal region. The thalamus. The pineal gland. The corpus callosum. Finally, our olfactory tract. So, as we can see, the Eye of Horus is inside the brain. It's not an ocular eye, but a metaphorical eye, a relay between our physical and the non-physical, between what we understand and what we're learning to understand. The Eye of Horus, over 5,000 years of mind, body, and spirit symbolism. Ta-da! Thanks for watching. Cheers and namaste.